Hey y'all, it's Johnny's Toys here, and we are looking at some more toys. We've got SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball, Tao Pai Pai. Here's the back of the packaging. Just got some posed product shots type thing here. You know, here he is. Here's pictures of him in the side. He's got Kill You here because he's an assassin. Sticking out his tongue because he did one thing in one episode with his tongue. Pointing his finger, probably for his signature move, the Dodon Pa. Let's see here. Here he is in the packaging right here. So you got a couple of his faces there, his finger there, and just a little posed product shot there. More pictures on the bottom. Another picture on the top here. So let's take a look at this guy. And here's Tao Pai Pai. Here he is. He feels really nice. Nice solid limbs. Nice solid joints. So let's take a closer look at him. There is just his normal RBF face. Very good detail in the eyes. Very cool stamped symbol there. There's that Kill You. So let's take a look at some of the accessories, and then we'll take a look at his articulation real quick. So here is all of his accessories. He comes with a couple faces, this really cool like flight stand, because in Dragon Ball he knocked on this pillar and used it to fly. It looks like it's like whooshing, whoosh. He comes with 2 open palm hands, 2 like posed fighting hands, 1 pointing finger, which is meant for Dodon Pa, but you can use it for whatever you want, of course. 2 different faces, a yelling face, the sticking his tongue out face. It's hilarious. I'm gonna do so many funny things with this. He comes with these two tunic pieces to make it look like he's blowing in the wind, because you can put them on this, and I'll show more of that later. Comes with a Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball is the looks like it's a 7-star ball. He comes with these pieces that go on the bottom of his foot, to help put him on the pillar there, and then these filler pieces for the pillar, and I'll show you how to put those on and what they look like. So let's move on to some faces. So the way you take off Pai Pai's face is you just basically rip it off. Just rip that thing off. Just rip it off. That is disturbing. And then you can take another face and you just shove it on there. I mean, there are pegs and there are corresponding holes, so you know, follow those rules. And there you go. You're sticking his tongue out at you. Nya. That's pretty cool. Nice. And if you don't know how to put on these hands for these SH Figuarts, they are pretty easy. Sometimes they can be difficult. Basically, just pull it off, but be gentle. So just hold one side, use a little bit of force to pull that off. It's a ball peg. And then you can take, you know, one hand and you just gotta massage it on there. Sometimes the hinge likes to move on there, so you just gotta, you know, be patient and put it on there. It's not working for me. There we go. So there he is. So now he can be, you know, pointing at you while sticking out his tongue. There we go. Nanya. So we'll go over articulation before we get into this big accessory here. For the head, it is like on a ball peg that goes up and down here. You can look side to side. You can look all the way around. And there's the ball peg there. Looks like a double ball peg. And there's also an extra joint in the neck here, so you can move the neck down and side to side as well, besides just at the base of the head. His braid does have articulation as well, which is pretty nice. It is basically any direction So you can put it in any way you want, which is going to be cool for that accessory because you can make it look like his hair is blowing in the wind. Let's take a look at his shoulders here. Shoulders right here. First, there's a butterfly joint, so you can pull that out. See right there. So it's some pretty cool. You can reach all the way around poses like that, which is pretty cool. Which is great, actually, not just pretty cool. And that's what it looks like from the back there. The shoulder lifts up that way, goes all the way up. He does have a swivel cut at the bicep. Pretty much double jointed elbows. Yeah, they're double jointed. Gets about there. The hands are on a hinged ball peg thing, so they can go in and out. And if you turn the peg, you can get it to go up and down as well. So it makes for great hand movements. The torso here is all free moving as well. You can go forward, not much back. You can go a little side to side around, but you can pull it out. So if you pull up a little bit, as you see, it is gapping a little bit, but it gives you some more crunch there and more movement backwards. If you move it backwards a lot, then there's definitely a lot of gapping there. But push it back down, it's fine. And then it does have articulation at the waist itself. It's not just the upper torso, the waist itself. So let's take a look at his legs here. This part of his, I guess, kimono or robes are rubbery and flexible. And you can move his legs out. That's pretty far. I mean, it's as far as you need for, I guess, a martial artist, right? So they move side to side. They do move forward. The skirt doesn't get in the way from, moving all the way forward. And that just happened. So it is just a little socket there with a ball peg. So you can just peg it back on there. The way this is articulated, you can see the way it's articulated there. He does have some thigh swivel. Does have some double jointed knee. But since his pants are very poofy, it gets you more like just like a 90-degree look, but at least this still looks good. And then his ankles here, they are pivoted. You can pivot them, not as much as you'd want for wide stances, but good enough for some good martial arts stances. And then his foot does have articulation here, which comes into play when you need to put these on. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. So that's his articulation. So let's take a look at this pretty cool accessory over here. So here is Tao Pai Pai balanced mostly on the pillar flight sand. I do have some issues with this. First, let's just take a look at how this goes on here. So you take off the flat pieces of his feet. And the way you do that is you lift up his foot and then you just take off this piece right here. And then how this is supposed to work, you put on a piece that has pegs, right? So that's, it goes in there. The issue I'm having is that the left one, it just pops out, like it does not want to stay in. And they do have labels here, so it's hard to see. This one's labeled L for left. Nope, L for left. And then, you align that with his, foot here, L for left. And then it's supposed to go in there. But mine, you just saw it there. It just literally pops out. It's really weird. Like I'm putting it in there. Like the pegs are different shaped. So you got a small peg and a big peg. You have a small hole and a big hole. And I'm putting it in there. Really, putting force into there, pushing it down. And then it'll just, if you just watch it, yep, it just popped off again. So that's my one issue. And then as you're trying to put him on here, like it'll come off his feet. And then we do have different style bottoms. So like this one's angled, so you can put it on like this one here, like these ones here. And then the flat, just the regular flat ones, the straight pegs go into these two these two right here. And then, so this whole swoosh thing comes disassembled in the box. So I'll show you real quick. This piece comes off here, like that. Then this smaller piece comes off, and that's the 3 pieces there. And then you do have in the box, let's see here. I think I already lost a piece, but you do have here in the box these pieces that will cover the holes here. So if you want to, set them up with, once you get them set up, or if you know which ones you want to get them set up with beforehand, you can plug those holes. So the way you plug those holes, though, is you do have to cut these out. So if you need like a clippers or something like that, something like this, it's kind of like a model kit. And then they are numbered, so it's going to be hard to see here. Let's see here. For example, this is number 2 here. And it will align with a number in here. So in here, as you can see, there's a seam here. There's a seam on the pillar here. So you just remove that. You just pull them apart, and then they're numbered in here. It's hard to see. Like you see here, this one says number 5. So these correspond with, different holes. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you about the figure itself is his removable tunic. This is for putting on the pillar for flying poses. So the way you do this is you just, from the waist here, I would grip from the bottom here, from the waist here, just pull up, it comes right off. And then these are pegged in here, so you just remove those, and then these are aligned in a couple different ways. Like this one, the pegs are closer to each other, so that's going to be the one in the back, because those are closer to each other. So it goes in there right quick there. And this one goes right here. It's a little hard to do sometimes because they're such small holes. And it goes right back on. So, and this is keyed as well. So you see like the shape of the peg, or the shape of the hole. It's a shape right there. So you just put it back in the right way, and then it snaps right in there. Ugh. And there we have Tao Pai Pai back together. Next, we're going to look at some comparisons. Woohoo! So here's Pai Pai next to some other Dragon Ball characters from the SH Figuarts line. Of course, you've got the main big bad of the whole series, the Demon King Piccolo. He towers over him like a good couple inches. And then you've got, the main hero of the series, Goku. So he scales pretty well. Goku is a little off. His head's a little too big compared to these two characters. But, it scales well in terms of height and all that. So there he is, next to those two guys. And here he is next to a standard 6-inch Marvel Legends. Angela from Guardians of the Galaxy, previously from Spawn Universe. But he is pretty short, but, he is not the tallest character ever. So I think that's pretty good scaling. So you could put him in different, universes like Marvel or other things like that. Next to the Mandalorian, the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. Din Djarin wasn't the tallest character ever, so I think this works out pretty well. Obviously, he's more of a cartoony character, but, you can make it work if you want to display your characters with different universes and all that. In some closing thoughts here, the figure itself is great. His construction feels great. The accessories he comes with is great. The thought put into this was good. It comes with this flying effect, comes with the pillar. I love that, but I think it even though it was great thought put into it, some of the execution was failed a little bit. I don't know if it's just my figure that has like weird tolerance issues with the left foot, the pegs not sticking in, but that does cause issues when I'm trying to put it in. So you kind of have to balance it on it. But it's up to you to make the choice if you think that this piece is worth it. Overall, I think the whole figure is worth it. The whole set is worth it. So I think this is a great figure to add to your Dragon Ball collection. I'm looking forward to some more Dragon Ball characters coming out later. So thanks for your time. guys. Thanks. Leave a like, whatever. Subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.